my coworkers like that.
Yeah. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the High Soapbox. Today, I am lucky to welcome Miss Rebecca. Shit, what the fuck was your last name again? I had your Facebook up.
That's not my real name. That's not my real name anyway.
Oh Christ! All right,
Rebecca Malmstrom.
What the fuck name is Malmstrom? You had some bougie name called Wilson or some shit.
Oh, that's an old Italian roleplay thing. Don't ask.
Italian? You know what?
I was a weeaboo. Okay, leave me alone.
Were?
Was.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Coming from the lady who dresses up as Columbia from Rocky Horror Picture Show and goes to school.
It was
one time. Okay, fair. One time you did the whole dedicated thing, but you wore basically 4/5 of the outfit on multiple other occasions.
That's just because I'm stylish.
Really? Because when you weren't dressed in gold and a top hat, you were certainly dressed like a goddamn edgelord.
Well, that's because I am a goddamn edgelord.
God knows. God damn it! I'm surprised Ty doesn't love you. But I digress. So I brought Miss Rebecca on here today to talk mainly because I wanted to talk, I've had a lot of nerdy shit in the past. I talked about I talked about the general state of MMOs and games with Tyler Wilson. I talked about Russian indie games and realism in FPSs with Sergeant Vincent Miller. And now I'm just here to talk more on the weeaboo side with Miss Rebecca here.
I will label that otaku, thank you very much. Weeaboo is not a phase in my life I am proud of.
I'm sorry, I can't hear you over the resounding sound of your virginity.
Oh, that's bold of you to assume, darling. I don't know if any of my friends would agree with you on that.
Yeah. Honestly, out of my friends, I would be best described as a monogamous hoe.
Valid. That's where I'm at. My friends just have to hear about it.
Yeah, my friends have to hear about it too, and they end up just throwing things at me and telling me to shut the fuck up.
I pity them. I truly do.
Well, you're certainly the alpha of your friend group, so what ends up happening is but basically ends up notice how once I'm cool with you, everybody's cool.
Yes, as long as you don't have issues with me, we're generally not a problem. But I'm the one most people have issues with, so that's kind of why that works that way.
Y'all like a pack of hyenas.
Yeah, that's an accurate description.
In terms of social structure, I mean.
Social structure, yes. Realistically, we're all vaguely harmless on our own, minus Michael.
Basically, I remember Michael
will stab you without a second thought, but the rest of us.
I mean, last I checked, I murked his ass in a Smash Brothers tournament.
Oh yeah, he's perfectly fine in person, but he will stab you without a second thought, given a reason.
Seems legit. Sounds. See. Here's the sad part: that everybody over the age of beyond the mental age of 35 is, or no, not 35, 40 is probably listening to this thinking I brought on a sociopath. And I'm no, listen, that's not how it is. Where Gen Zers, our humor is dark, obscure, and oblique.
And very questionable at best.
I mean, questionable wouldn't be the word I would use.
That's how my mother describes it.
Well, yeah. But either way, so your call. Do you want, since we usually have a commercial break or two in between sessions, depending on if somebody needs to go up and do something or whatever. And because I'm a little whore and I like my advertising revenue.
That's valid. What
you want to talk about? Actually, let's talk about anime shit. Let's talk about anime shit first before we get into
I'm always down to talk anime shit.
So because like run a business, I don't really have the time to binge anime like I used to, but I am able to read manga. The problem is that I haven't really been into manga lately. Like I have a manga, like the app Manga Rock, and I have the definitive edition because I bought that bitch 2 years ago when they released it, and I'm just not letting it go. And
That's fair.
And my buddy Ty keeps telling me, Evan, you have to finish. You have to catch up with Black Clover. I'm like, man, I've barely caught. I just caught up with My Hero Academia 6 months ago, and now they're in like a wholly different thing. And here's the thing: please, no spoilers. I beg of you. My thing is
I haven't read either of the mangas, so no worries there.
Right, but I'm just but here's the thing: the anime has gotten ahead of where I was.
Yeah, my boyfriend watches it, so I personally have not watched Black Clover, but I've watched it, little bits and pieces of it with him. So
You want to shit on Boruto?
I haven't watched it because it kind of looks like shit.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not even like you want to know. You know what? It's more slice of life than anything.
Yeah,
which is fine. That
yeah.
is more than fine. But here's the thing: I am not attached to any of these brats. I'm attached to their parents.
Yeah,
because I grew up with Naruto and Sakura and Hinata and Shikamaru and the rest and that entire crew. If they really wanted to do a more slice of life / actiony type of thing like they're doing with this one, what they should have done should have been a aftermathy kind of thing, you know?
Yeah,
where after the last Naruto movie, after all that crap you started just after say Naruto and Hinata get back from the honeymoon to keep it G-rated because
obvious reasons,
because censorship is a thing, and it's just like talking about, and it has more of a focus on all of the more personal aspects of the relationship,
their domestic life and all that.
Yeah, and I mean, it would be interesting to see how 1010 is coping without, and how she learns to stand on her own 2 feet and not really or even fall in love again. That
would be nice.
It would be nice. And I want to have a fucking explanation how, aside, how Choji got the only dark-skinned girl, to freaking move down that where it's that fucking hot.
I don't know, but he did good for himself.
I guess. His daughter's a little punk, though.
I like her.
She,
I haven't watched much of Boruto, but I like her.
Oh, no, there's a couple different, you remember how, you saw all of Naruto, right?
No, I didn't get to finish it because my brother started watching it and he wouldn't shut up about it, and it got so annoying I couldn't bring myself.
Did you get through the Sasuke retrieval arc?
Yes, obviously. I finished.
Okay.
I watched all of Naruto. I never finished Shippuden.
You might as well just read the manga. It's a lot quicker. I'm literally it's legit. So the problem I have is that she popped the cherry pill that Choji used during the Sasuke retrieval arc that almost killed him. Yes. Yeah, and then Chocho popped it like it was a mint just to get rid of her curves, and I'm just like, what the your dad almost died. You know what? Fine, I get the fact that they've probably made some advancements since they got into the information age from the fucking Stone Age. Yeah, but they went from 1980s technology to 2030 technology over the course of 19 years.
Yeah. It was a questionable plot point.
And the fact that from the jump of the show, they started with the Leaf Village in ruins, establishing that Naruto's dad's dead, that Boruto's dad is dead, and then they flash forward to everything, and I'm just like, oh, I can't fucking enjoy this because because I know that at least one of the most important characters I give a shit about is gonna die.
Yeah. That's not a really good way to start it.
It's not. But for now, the only anime I actually watch are little lives or really cutesy things.
If you
just to add a little light back into my soul.
If you like slice of life, I mean, I have a really sad one, but that's also really wholesome. that I've been watching. I watched the original one when it came out. They just did a reboot of Fruits Basket, and
they ended that ending was trash the first time.
It was. They didn't give it what it deserved. I've read the manga at least twice, and oh my god, the reboot is amazing. I don't know if you started watching it, but I am absolutely in love with it. Mikey and I binge watch it. We watch it once. He comes over once a week, and we watch the new episode. I got him hooked on it, and it's so good. They've given it everything it deserved the first time around. The animation's better. They kept the original English voice actors for the dubbed version, which I think is awesome.
That was a good move.
And they included all the small details from the original manga that they kept out of the original anime, like the hat that was a huge plot point. And I'm just really happy that they did what they did with this.
It almost makes me wish that they would give that same treatment to his Kenichi, History's Strongest Disciple.
See, I've never watched that.
See, so the show itself is decent, but it only goes through like the first. It only goes through like the first half of the actual series.
Yeah.
The second half, which is more like 2/3, is incredible.
See, a lot of the shows run out of funding too early, or the animator dies, and that's why they end up not finishing it. Like Ouran High School Host Club. I'm still heartbroken they never finished.
And I read the manga. The manga ending was pretty decent. Yeah.
It was good. And apparently they've been talking about giving it the Fruits Basket treatment and redoing it, and I really hope that they do, because that would... Basically, that's the level of nostalgia that my heart needs right now.
Right, because they treated it like it was a harem anime, but it wasn't, per se.
I mean, it was, but it was a much more...
It was certainly more... It was
quality one.
It not even. It was more about the relationship between Haruhi and... What the fuck was the blonde boy main character's name? Yeah, it was like not the pedo one, the older one.
Yeah, Tamaki.
Tamaki, okay, yeah. So that honestly,
Senpai, Mori Senpai, Kyoya, Hikaru, and Kaoru.
Right. So it's like one of the one of the things I like about the manga is you knew the entire time that, except for maybe like one or both of the twins,
Hikaru, best boy.
The rest of them weren't going to have really any interest in her.
You knew that in the anime too, honestly. They played it up a little bit, but I could see it in the anime. It was just, they dragged it out a little more, I guess, and you didn't have enough space to really do that. In the manga, they did the same thing. It was basically the same story, but they didn't get the space to drag it out, so it didn't feel quite as obvious in the anime as it did in the manga.
Well, the manga also like had significant plot development for each individual character.
It did. Oh,
that was very, very, very lacking. They just ended up, especially the twins, like later in the manga as well.
God. Yeah, their plot development is so good.
Right, and like while the midget and the servant definitely didn't get as good of plot development as like the twins and Haruhi and Kamiki. The subtle ways that they gave them plot development they didn't leave a bad taste in your mouth. It was adequate, you know.
I actually loved Haninosuke's plot development. I really did. I love his background story. I think it's awesome.
Right, but But my problem is, as a person, is like I'm kind of like, despite me being proudly being a scummy liberal, I'm also completely aware that the things we fight for are a ways off, at least to be implemented in their entirety, you know. So I take the more conservative mindset of like grow the fuck up. This world doesn't really give a shit about you. Find people who trust you and you can trust. Make sure you do whatever you can to keep those bonds strong and keep your tribe together and just work your ass off, you know.
I understand that mindset in real life. I try not to keep that mindset in fantasy settings because I like to live a little bit.
Oh no, I'm not. Oh no. Make no mistake. I mean, I like for my D&D campaigns with my buddies, like I played the magical dwarf with shadow magic, and his name was Pussy Destroyer. That was our name in D. That was my name in D&D.
That's
and
the kind of shit I'm not allowed to get away with.
Right. Well, here's the thing. Like, it was a very unserious version of D&D, and my friends in the new version we did, I was not allowed. So what I did is I became an insufferable vegan with earth powers.
That's worse.
And thank God we did it over Discord, because I think my buddy Anthony was going to strangle me.
I was told I am not allowed to be a tabaxi. What the fuck is the thing I'm looking for?
Backseat driver?
No. No, that's funny though.
Because those aren't appreciated either.
Apparently necromancer is a thing, and I told Mikey I want to be a tabaxi necromancer, and he's told me I'm not allowed.
God. See, one of the things that, like, see, D&D's a trip, because I played it for the first time with my one of my best friends and his family, and I sat there and I was like, oh, this is boring. And then we turned it into a colossal meme fest, and that eased me into D&D. I mean, for Christ's sake, like, charisma and luck were combined into one stat, and it was called clout, for God's sake.
Rip.
Like, intelligence and willpower were combined into wokeness.
That's hysterical. We're playing a IRL campaign at some point, apparently. And Charlie wrote some kind of, I can't remember what the fuck it's called, but it's called the Adrift Millennial, and I just hate it so much.
See, what I would want to do is I would want to be, see, if I were to do that, I would probably want to just have a character that just put all his stats into charisma.
We didn't do that. See, we actually did a test to see what our actual real life stats would be.
Lame.
Yeah, let's just say my physical.
Lame.
Mikey thinks it's hysterical how low my strength is.
I don't.
Oh, que linda! And I'm like, listen, shut up.
When I'm actually trying to get people to, like, do something I want, I tend to be a little more tactful. But outside of that, when I'm just having a conversation, it's just, you know, it's like I feel like my charisma stat itself would be a dice roll.
My charisma,
my charisma could be like you would have to roll for what my charisma stat is every time you would roll for charisma, and then roll for, like, the actual roll itself.
My charisma and my intelligence are high, and none of my actual physical stats are very high because I'm very out of shape. I'm a weak bitch physically, but I am very good at manipulating people and talking my way out of situations or into them because I'm dumb.
Honestly, if I were to make a D&D character, I would have my power be irregularity, and it's basically like every time we have to roll for a stat, I roll a separate die that actually rolls, like, my stats in that instance. So my stats could be my strength could be 1 or 20 at all times.
I don't think I could get away with that.
Honestly, I think it'd be interesting because it would fuck me over or obliterate or something in between.
It would be, but with both Charles and Mikey trying to run these games, I would never be allowed to pull something like that. They're both way too strict.
Lighten the fuck up, goddamn.
No, I love them very dearly, but they take their D&D very seriously.
I guess my part of the reason I don't take it seriously whatsoever is, well, I haven't never played a serious game of D&D.
Well, they play a lot of them. Mikey plays at least 5 or 6 games a week.
No, I wish I had that kind of time.
No, he doesn't have the time. He just does it anyway.
So he's like me with video games.
Yes, he's
so it's where you look at your time. Like, you have work, you have school, you have work, you have food, you have sleep of, like, time of, like, priorities.
He cuts out the sleep time.
You cut out the sleep time. Yeah.
So, he plays D&D while he's doing 3 other things on Discord. He plays over Discord, so he doesn't have to go places.
Do you think babies named Kyle get baptized in
Monster? Absolutely.
That's all the picture you posted. That's brilliant.
I think there was a tainted batch of holy water at some point, and it was tainted with just a little bit of monster, and that's where all the Kyles came from.
My buddy Kyle, I think, would beg to differ. He is a Kyle in name only.
Action. Let me change his name. Kyle is a way of life.
Nah, it's really he hates Monster. He drinks tea.
Kyle is a way of life, not just a name.
Yeah, well, and so is a big dick.
My mom says I have big dick energy, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Do you lead during sex with your boyfriend?
More often than I would like to.
Yeah, you're the one. Yeah, you're the top in that relationship.
I'm not though. That's the problem.
Great. No. Whoever's the more like.
There's nothing like being a sub with big dick energy.
So you mean a switch?
Kind of, but not really.
Hey, what happened with your mic?
Huh?
Put the mic more towards your mouth, like the quality of sound just changed.
Is it different now?
Yep.
I don't know what that was about.
That's weird.
Yeah, my phone's a little weird sometimes. Apologies.
So is mine. Why do you think I'm doing this on my computer on Discord instead of doing it on my computer? I mean, doing it on my computer instead of my phone.
I won't do it on my computer because my computer's a piece of shit.
Fair. So, oh, that's just cruel. Oh, no, sorry. I was just scrolling through Facebook and there's a live stream of somebody just getting ganked.
Oh.
So me and Tyler play Elder Scrolls.
You're going on a little bit.
Oh, sorry. Better?
Yeah.
So me and Tyler play the Elder Scrolls Online. Which is, if my Steam numbers are anything to say,
RIP.
I think I've spent a total of 70-some days on one tune.
I've been there, done that. As you all know, I'm more of a World of Warcraft girl myself.
Right, but part of me thinks you might enjoy Elder Scrolls Online for the fact that you don't need to pay a subscription fee.
My mom pays my subscription fee. I'm spoiled.
Lucky brat.
I am a lucky brat, and if my mom stops paying it, my boyfriend's gonna start paying it because I'm spoiled rotten. But
not just by them.
Fair.
But
at least I acknowledge it.
Semantics. The point is me and Ty talked in depth about that. He's played basically every MMO worth playing over the past that's been released over the past 15 years. He's played Elder Scrolls Online, SWTOR, Final Fantasy Online 14, I think. WoW. He's a little bit of Guild Wars 2. He's put them all. And I will admit that I have seen some gameplay of WoW, and I have a lot of friends who play WoW. But the one thing but the one thing I will say that is interesting, that at least it seems to me, is that at least for Elder Scrolls Online and maybe Guild Wars 2 a little bit, they basically took all the problems with WoW. They basically looked at what did WoW do that was good, and what did WoW do that was bad. And they basically changed, and there's just a bunch of quality of life things in Elder Scrolls Online that I think, I'm not even going to lie, BFA has basically sent tons of WoW refugees to ESO. A lot. I've had to carry a lot of people, as they're figuring out the mechanics, and then after they figure out the mechanics, they're good. It's all off to the races, but...
Maybe I'm just nostalgic, but I guess it's because I've been playing World of Warcraft since the original release of it. So on
that note, are you excited for Classic?
Actually, I guess, but not really, because personally, I'm perfectly happy you don't have to walk till level 40 anymore.
You don't have to work to level 40?
You don't have to walk till level 40. In classic WoW, you didn't get a mount until level 40.
Ooh, big oof.
Personally, I'm perfectly okay with that mount. You gaining a mount at level 20 now. That is
ironic how level 20 is your game cap before they allow. You know what would be? You know what I think? I feel like one of the things I like about Elder Scrolls Online is the combat, and I've looked at the combat of WoW, and it just does not look. It looks cumbersome.
I like the way Blizzard works. I think I just like the way Blizzard games play. They're the ones I have the best with.
Well, no, I completely no. Make no mistake. I agree. It makes good games. I love me and the boys have just. We played, I don't know if you listened to the bonus episode from a few days ago, but...
No, I really don't listen to podcasts. I don't get much time to listen to podcasts in general. I don't have enough time to do a lot of anything.
Yeah, but what I was saying is what we were talking about was how, what was it? We our buddy Czar introduced us to, Diablo 3, and we all got the Eternal Collection on our Switches, and we've just been gone.
Diablo 3.
I play a Necromancer.
I, as usual, play my traditional. I think I play a Warlock Wizard. I don't remember what they're called in that, but I know I always play basically the same type of magic user, either like a Warlock or a Mage, because it's what I'm comfortable with and it's what I'm good at.
Are you sure it's not because the Warlock is a sassy brunette in Spanx?
Well, it's also that, but I've been playing one since I was a pink.
Hey, you're cutting out a lot.
Warcraft. Are you okay?
Rebecca? Well, ladies and gentlemen, from this point, we're going to take a brief commercial break. See if Becca comes back. Thank you for your patience. Enjoy these commercials and see you right after the break. And we're back. So, I just got done editing editing and making the first half of the thing nice while we were trying to figure out the audio setup and all that crap. And here's what I noticed. I've noticed this since I started doing the podcast, and I've just learned to accept it. I've always thought that my voice sounded normal. And now I have, and now I kind of have a desire to just talk lower and rarely at all, because there's a difference between, hey, how you doing, versus we represent the Lollipop Guild,
Rip. It's not that bad.
Bitch, you lie. Lines of sin, you know that.
It sounds fine.
Do you hear the Satanic Temple got a tax-exempt status from the IRS?
Repeat that?
Do you hear the Satanic Temple got tax-exempt status from the IRS?
Yes, I did. I was very excited about that.
Honestly, I just like them because they're just trying to show the hypocrisy of
mainstream religion.
Right, it's like they want mainstream. Certain sects of Christianity in America want you can't beat free. They want freedom of speech they want freedom of religion for things like turning away gay people for as customers, but yet at the same time they decry when they put a statue of Bahamut on the Texas state grounds.
Yeah, they were not happy about that, but I thought it was great.
Mm-hmm.
I like them because they use their power and position as a way to advocate for others.
I like them because they're not even a religion. They don't even believe in the supernatural aspect. They don't revere. They admire the aspect.
I actually know a lot about this.
Yeah, I'm not a scholar by any means, but I do have. But as somebody who tends to, honestly, I'd have better luck running as a Satanist than I would as an atheist if I ran for office.
Honestly, I wrote a paper on this for my English teacher Fideli's class. Nobody really liked it, but It was well written. I worked really hard on it, so I actually
Good.
I've read Anton Szandor LaVey's Satanic Bible. It's a fantastic work. I've read all of his work, and it's fantastic, and it's really interesting, actually.
Well, I mean, it's the opposite of everything the Bible is, but not in the way you'd expect.
The thing about,
especially if you're a traditional Christian,
it is atheistic.
Very.
LaVeyan Satanism is atheistic. It's about self-worship and self-love, putting yourself before the people in your life that don't care about you.
A very Republican idea, if I do say.
I don't know about that, because they do believe in helping others and the care for young children and nature and all of that. But
those are also very those are very those are conservative values as well.
They can be, but it's also very sex positive.
Right.
And that's where it differs.
That's where,
Reading it, honestly, I really like the open way it thinks, and the fact that they value this protection of young children and of the innocent, and they value self-appreciation and self-love, because they're like, put yourself before the people in your life that don't care about you.
You know what? If they named it, you know what I think? I think if they went for something else besides quote-unquote Satanism and they named it something completely different,
it would be huge.
I think it would just be one of those religions that's gigantic.
But it would also defeat the purpose.
Correct, which is of self-reliance and self-actualization through your own mind, and not
from the mainstream.
Right.
The use of Satan's name is basically, it's not meant to actually reference Satan himself, but more to talk about the rebellion from the mainstream and that which is
that and to make old white women mad, just at a Facebook headline.
They use the name to, in the same way that Satan himself existed. He rebelled from the mainstream and disagreed with the beliefs of others, and went his own way and was punished for it. And that's kind of how LaVeyan Satanists see things. They're like, we're punished for not believing the same thing as others and for not seeing things the way you do. So they take the name as a sign of rebellion. Or at least that's how LaVey put it, if I remember correctly. It was really cool. It was a great read.
So I actually am an advocate for something called UBI. Now, I'm not one of the Yang Gang by any means. When I say UBI, I mean Universal Basic Income.
I think I know what you're talking about. I'm a little
So UBI is basically a replacement for things like Section 8 and food stamps, which is basically it's. And I'm genuinely surprised that more conservatives aren't behind the idea, because at the end of the day, you have which form of welfare would you rather have? The current one we have, or one that depended on that, or one that wasn't designed to not really that there's no way to abuse it, because you do with what you will. We don't, no questions asked,
You have this money, do with it what you will, but you're not getting more or less.
Right. So I think it would be good, and we spend about that much on. I mean, we spend about that much every month in terms of housing assistance and food stamps and other forms of welfare on average for each person anyway. So what it basically does is it says, instead of trying to force them from doing what they are and aren't supposed to do, they just say, take with it and do what you will.
But see, that's where people have issues. They don't want people who they believe to be not working as hard as they are to have luxuries at all.
Here's the news flash about America. No matter how hard you work, someone's always working harder than you.
I know that. But people like to put themselves up on a pedestal and be like, well, I'm working harder than you and I deserve luxuries. I don't think you're working hard enough, so you don't deserve to have these luxuries.
It's that, what's it called? Well, here's the thing. And here's where I'm going to be a devil's advocate just so
Oh,
my
boy.
listen, it's just so my podcast isn't a
I
echo
know.
chamber.
I'm
It's just so
teasing
my
you.
podcast isn't an echo chamber.
I'm teasing you.
So what somebody of a more physical with a more who's more physically conservative would say in this instance would be, they would make the argument that if it's money that's being taken from me, and they say taken, and they don't usually say taken, they use the word stolen. Why should that's wealth redistribution? They would call that wealth redistribution.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, it kind of is, but it's certainly more transparent than traditional forms of welfare, I would say.
Oh, I just don't understand why everybody doesn't understand the concept of quality of life for everyone.
Because a lot of people, and a lot of those people who say that have had to struggle and work hard to get that, and they say that if somebody's able to have the same standard of living as them and not have to work as hard or work at all, they don't see that as fair.
See, I understand that and I get that, but I guess it's the liberal in me. I'd love to see somebody getting to live the way I live without having to struggle and suffer.
Can I tell you why? Can I tell you part of the reason why I never moved to New York with my family?
Why?
It's because I wanted to start a business, and it's better to start a business in Delaware than in most other states in the Union, especially most of my neighboring states.
Yeah,
because a lot of taxes come out of businesses. And yes, while a lot of big businesses have the luxury of legions of lawyers and accountants to find every loophole to hide their tax money, smaller guys like me, who literally has to file his taxes himself, write his contracts himself, build everything himself.
You don't have that luxury.
I don't have that luxury. I've had to build contracts myself, and I do have some deductions from certain things, but not a lot at my disposal, especially with just using QuickBooks, because it would be significantly more expensive if I had an accountant on retainer, which I don't have the money for. I'm building multiple startups at once. This podcast, my merch, like High Media Marketplace, my IT business. I don't have the money for that kind of stuff. So being in Delaware, where I don't have to pay a business tax, and the only tax I have to pay is a $300 franchisee tax every year, is significantly more beneficial, because
much more profitable.
Much more profitable, because the only people who are going to take some money from me is really the federal government. That, and maybe the city, but the city never takes any more than $18 to $30 a year.
Yeah.
And that's where all those deductions come in. The home office deduction, on deductions on the Wi-Fi and computer repairs and IT services and things. All no money. It's all. Then it's at the end of the day, like, there's. I'm the kind of person that says taxes are, like, if you want to live in America and have a good life in America and be safe and happy and prosperous, you have to pay taxes. That is one of your 3 jobs as an American citizen. You pay taxes, you go to jury duty when called, and you vote at every election. A, B, C, that's it.
See, there's 2 sides. I'm 50-50 on this, because on one hand, I understand taxes are exceptionally important and they make life easier and more effective. And then on the other hand, I'm a liberal meme lord who's always like, taxation is theft, eat the rich. So,
right. So here's why I'm a little different. Here's why I'm a little different. I have it's a bit of it's the dichotomy, it's like I don't feel like when I have to pay taxes, they're taking money from me.
Oh no, I absolutely.
I feel like I have deductions and stuff, which is all the things that it's like, so, they're not taking more money from me than they need. So
yeah.
the way so now, so I'm fine with somebody taking some of what I've earned to help feed a homeless child somewhere,
Absolutely agree with you.
to pay for an old person's medical bills. I don't have a problem with that. The problem is that some people do view taxes. I mean, there is legal justification for taxes not being. There is compelling legal evidence that we technically shouldn't be quote unquote taxed in this country.
If
Let's be completely frank. The what was it? The 19th Amendment. I believe it was the 19th Amendment was never officially ratified.
if I may, I feel like the people who have the biggest issue and the people that are most likely to tell you that taxation is theft are the ones are the poor, honestly, because they're not making much, but they're being taxed at a higher rate.
And the people who are making more money.
But they're always they're the ones claiming they need tax cuts, but they're the ones making the most and losing the least. And the ones who are in the streets yelling taxation is theft at this point are the ones who really are basically being robbed, while the rich get to continue on their merry way, working through the loopholes of the tax system.
Right, but that one of the things Donald Trump did with the tax cuts was he doubled the standard deduction.
Yes.
So what that basically means is, if you make less than basically $12,000 a year,
mm-hmm.
you basically get all your money back. Which for the people who are the most poor is that argument doesn't hold water.
It is helpful, but you also have to remember that they're getting that all back at a single point and not when they need it.
Right.
They do have to be able to pay their bills, and they have to be able to buy groceries. And one big tax return one time a year is not going to help them. They need that money when they had it the first time.
And I will make an argument for people with the 10%ers, the people who have hundreds of thousands of dollars, not millions of dollars. The people the top 10% of people in this country get taxed the most. And they're actually from some sets of data I've read. There's other sets of data that have said differently, but I'm just, like I said, playing devil's advocate here. That they from an income tax perspective, they provide the vast majority of money provided through income tax.
Personally,
and
I believe the more money you have, the more taxes you should pay.
I agree, and that a lot of people don't. They say the argument of higher taxes, high taxes, in taxing brackets and stuff, makes people feel like they don't want to do better. It's like they don't want to get better pay and stuff, and I'm like, no. That's not how it works. You remember when AOC promoted that millionaire tax?
Yes.
You know what she basically added was a tax bracket, or was another tax bracket. That's basically what she had.
Yeah.
It's all up to $10 million. You say there's just say hypothetically there was no other tax brackets except this tax bracket. Up to if you make $10 million and you make $10 million in one, they're taking 70 cents out of that. They take basically 70% of tax that year if there's no other tax brackets except for this one.
Um, maybe it's weird, but I agree with her.
Well, I kind of do too, because
You can afford it.
they can't afford it. But there's also at the same time, it's like
That money is more money than they will be able to spend in their lifetime.
Most
It might
definitely.
as well be going somewhere it can be used.
Right, but it's also, you got to remember that assets, what you're worth, isn't taxed.
That's
So the reason why Jeff Bezos probably doesn't pay like as much income tax as you would expect,
because
despite
he's
being
worth that much. He doesn't have that much.
right, all of his wealth is locked up in assets. If he decided to sell all his stock tomorrow and take all that money, the Amazon stock would be worthless.
Yeah.
Worthless. And he would probably be pulled in front of the government for fucking up the stock market.
I hope so. I would just like to see him suffer in general, but that's me. And I have no right to talk because I spend so much goddamn money on Amazon. It's ridiculous.
Well, I mean, next time you want an artsy shirt, you should come to my store instead.
Oh, it's not that I'm buying artsy shirts. It's goth stuff.
I should... if you... how good of a drawer are you?
I'm at least a reasonably well-trained artist, but I also have no motivation. So the problem is my inconsistency.
Fair enough. So, but yeah. But
I do commissions occasionally, but just like I don't have consistent enough motivation that I can actually make any money off of it.
Well, consider this. I could send you a contract at some point in the future where you just send me things you've drawn in a certain format, and I put them on a myriad of different things. Yeah, like poster board, t-shirts, leggings, all sorts of
leggings. Oh god.
And oh my god, I remember one of the first things I'd ever designed was a pair of leggings that said on going down the left leg, outer side, my pussy is not grabbable.
Mood.
And then on the outer right leg I wrote, but your dick is removable.
Mood. God, I want one of those. I want that. That sounds great.
I genuinely think the link is still up.
I would wear that everywhere, and I'd probably get myself in trouble. They'd probably kick me out of Del Tech for wearing that.
I mean, well,
wouldn't be the first time they tried.
I mean, I'm gonna be completely frank with you here, probably where your friends haven't been, since I'm cool with you, but I'm also like an outsider in the same regard.
Yeah.
I understand it can get hot in that fucking cafeteria.
Yeah, I know. I dress kind of raunchy. I'm aware.
Which is fine, but you also I personally don't give a shit.
I do, to be fair, stay within the dress code. I follow all the rules. I follow all the rules. I'm not technically doing anything against the rules. If I were, I would accept the call outs. Right,
but I'm just saying, like, there's a certain if you're definitely you're dressed like you're about to go out, like go out and hang. To be fair,
I don't get to go out very often, so it's
I get that, but
you girls don't get to go clubbing much.
I know, and honestly, clubbing isn't that fun, anyways.
You gotta go with the right people.
My thing is be cognizant, because children are present, older people are present. It's like there's a certain level. It's a more professional environment. It's a college. It's like
I guess we have different views on what is appropriate in different places. I guarantee you we have very different mindsets on that subject, and I can't explain to you where my mindset is on that.
And that's fair.
It's complex. It's more I dress for myself and not for other people, because if I consistently dress in a way considering everybody's personal comfort level, I would never be able to wear anything. Because something is always going to make someone uncomfortable. I'd rather be comfortable in my own skin than worrying about other people.
And there's a certain level of virtue in that. Definitely a lot of virtue in that. And it's a very empowering sight. Ow. I'm getting a lot of. I'm able to hear myself through your. All right, that's better.
Sorry.
You're fine, but. It's also very empowering seeing somebody have, and even when me and my boys were clowning on you,
Yeah,
Like,
it's easy to clown on me. To be fair, that's
like
fair.
I still said. I mean, it's like good that she's comfortable in her own. Like I always preface with that before, But
Nah, I'm a mess. I'm a weirdo. I know that. Even
right.
my friends clown on me. Let's be real.
I view school as a place where there might be a potential work opportunity.
See, it's not for me, especially not Del Tech,
Right.
because I'm technically, first of all, a UD student, so there's that.
Which
And I'm
and,
not.
and I will acknowledge
Technically,
your attire would be more than fine at UD.
that's what my dress. That's where my dress concept is from. I've been running around the UD campus for years because I've been hanging out around there, so I'm used to dressing for that. And I refused to censor. I censored myself throughout all of high school the way I dressed and looked because nothing was ever appropriate. No amount of self expression was acceptable, and they tore me down every single time I tried to express myself even a little bit. So the minute that limit was gone, I refused to be held back anymore. And I'm like, I can wear what I want now. I can be who I want now, and I'm refusing to let anybody stop me because I'm tired of it.
I get it. All I'm saying is there have been, and I'm telling you this because you and I are cool now, and I just want to be honest with you. Some people have people in the past have tried to deliberately, as you are probably aware.
Report me?
Yeah.
Yeah, believe me, I was well aware. They still do. I'm guessing you knew those people.
A couple, not all.
Yeah, I had my suspicions, but I kept them to myself.
I will acknowledge in me and my group's defense, none of us. It was none of us.
I had my suspicions, and I was just.
Nah, I can say confidently that it was none of us. Granted,
I do appreciate that.
Granted, we all like they all clowned on y'all when you were.
Whatever. I'm not worried about that. People have been making fun of me since I was 6.
It's fine, but either way, the point I'll just say is expression is completely fine, but and what you wear is usually fine too. But all I'm saying is keep the skin to a minimum.
I understand I understand.
Or here's an alternative. Look at the Delaware Tech.
I have looked at their code.
Yeah, they probably ripped it straight from UD.
They really did. Listen, I have been reading and picking apart dress codes my whole life. I mastered the art in high school.
I imagine most women are, given how.
Yes, but me especially, because I am a little rebel and I feel the need to be obnoxious when I
went to fucking Conrad.
Nope.
Believe it or not, the women had more options than we fucking did as men to like dress.
I went to McCain, and McCain was having none of it. They wrote a new dress code senior year, and I was like, no, we're not messing with this. They'd have me first period every day in the office, like, you can't wear that. I'll pull up the dress code. I'm like, show me where it says that. Show me where it specifically says that this is out of bounds. They're like, well, your pants are. I'm like, no, within this dress code set of rules, this is perfectly acceptable. May I go back to class now?
Right. My thing is, you shouldn't be taking kids out of class.
They did every day.
And
why I'm so spiteful about it at this point.
Yeah.
I live my life in a minorly out of spite sometimes, just because I'm just so bitter, which I feel like is fair.
Yeah. My thing is, at the end of the day, I don't want to see you like banned from campus.
Yeah, I'm
saying this not because I'm trying to hinder you or hinder your expression or hinder your.
I do understand.
But it's like, you don't even have to like change what what you actually put on. Just make sure this you cover just a little bit more skin. That's it.
Do you know what's really concerning though? There are times I wear high-waisted shorts. I wear thigh-high socks. and I have a shirt that goes down to almost the base of my pants. I'm actually not showing much skin. It's the parts of skin I am showing that make people uncomfortable, like upper thigh and rib cage. The parts of I'm actually not showing very much skin this time. It's just they don't understand. They are uncomfortable with the way I am dressed, even when it's technically covered.
And I'm gonna say something, and I'm saying this to say it. I'm saying it in a humorous way, so it doesn't come off.
You're good.
Rude. You're also thick, and squishy.
Thick as hell. Thick as hell. No, believe me, I know. I'm thick as fuck.
So
it gets me in trouble.
Believe me, I've seen your dress code, and it's more, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. It's just accentuated by the fact that you're chunky, which
I know. It's what gives me all the trouble. If a girl half my size was wearing what I was wearing, nobody would give her any trouble about it.
Yep, and honestly,
it wouldn't make them as uncomfortable.
Bet you every dollar I got, a lot of those older former police officers working security would just sit there and ogle as well.
Believe me, they have actually. It's a little uncomfortable. I'm walking by and their eyes are. I'm like, can you not? Could y'all do your jobs and stop being gross?
God, you sound so much like my sister. It's not even funny.
The number of times I've almost fought an old white man on my to or from my way to class is actually ridiculous.
Yeah.
Mikey has to drag me sometimes. He's like, "Come on."
I will say, I just hope you remember that the Wilmington campus are Wilmington people.
Believe me, I know. I've been going to Wilmington for a long time. My mom was there, so I spent a lot of time there as a kid. This is not a new thing.
I hope you and I hope you also understand that I'm not. During this entire engagement, I was not trying to censor you or do anything. I'm just saying, like, I just don't want you to get booted. You know, and if enough complaints goes to like the dean of students, he could very well say,
Teague and I don't have a good relationship anymore. We did, but then some shit went down. In case you weren't like aware of what was going on there, even though
I'm in a bubble.
Yeah, you remember that little Asian girl I used to sit with all the time?
Amy, yeah.
Oh, Jen, not Amy. Amy's fine. The other
Jen. Nope, can't recall.
She and I sat together for a whole year. We were really close, and then we had
bigger Asian, or like hefty?
Yeah, the bigger girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, she and I were basically attached at the hip, and then some shit went down, and she was talking bad about me to Teague, and suddenly he's giving me the cold shoulder and won't talk to me about the same thing he's been talking to her about, and treating me a lot less friendly. So, I mean, I know it's not in my head because my mom was having the same issues with him when we were having no issues with communication before. So there was definitely some bias going on there, and it was really frustrating. But because of that, it makes it even harder for me because she set a bad precedent for me.
Right. It's kind of like if you have an older sibling at a school, and then you go to it, and
you look bad because they made you look bad.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah.
But either way, at the end of the day, it's like I'm kind of like of the mindset, like I think it's good when women are able to dress comfortably and feel like they can dress comfortably. But there's there are certain the school is definitely a toss up because you have Wilmington people with Wilmington like just sensibilities who are just like I work, I come to school late at night. After dropping my kids off with my baby mom, or dropping them off with my mom, and I go to school so I can make more bread, and like it's just hustle mentality, and just
I'm there for the same reasons as everybody else, and I don't think they get that sometimes. I think they think I'm there to play around. I dress the way I do because my self-esteem is low, and it makes me comfortable. The more anxiety, and the more comfortable I am in my skin, the less anxiety I have.
I grew up with the school of thought of just cry like a bitch for 5 minutes, then dust off. What's the solution?
That doesn't always work for me. That doesn't always work for me. I wish it did. But
yeah, I grew up. I had to grow up tough. I honestly I had to grow up tough. I didn't really have a choice in that matter. It's just like my family, bless their hearts, had to expedite the process of getting me ready for adulthood.
Yeah, I guess I was babied a little bit, and I'll acknowledge that. I grew up.
You were?
I was babied a little bit. Yeah.
Were?
Were because my dad has never babied me.
Right.
My mom babies me because my dad doesn't.
She's a counterbalance.
My mom babies me because my dad expects me to be able to do everything all the time perfectly, and has from a very young age.
Hold up, your mic's muffled.
Sorry, I think I put it on my boob.
You're fine. But it's like one of the things that that's interesting to me is I will admit that like having like empathy and sensible raising and stuff is important. But I think both parents do need to have that. I mean, my stepdad is one of the most intelligent, wisest, and quite frankly, domineering men I've ever met. And he's one of the men on this earth I respect on a level I can't even. And my mom is basically, it's like, picture how chatty, talky, bubbly I am, but likable. times 10. And that's my mom. My mother hasn't like you have to be a vile human being to not get along with that woman.
Everybody loves my mom, but that's because my mom will kick your ass and
right.
respect her. My mom is cool as shit.
Right.
The only woman Michael has ever been afraid of is my mother.
I have friends who liked my mother before they liked me.
That's fair. Yeah, most of my friends. I've had friends who liked my mom even when they don't like me anymore.
Right. So the point I'm trying to make is like my stepdad has his tendencies to be like loving and compassionate when I need it, and my mom has her tendencies to beat my ass when I'm being a fuck up. So I think I will say like there's like ever since I lived on my own, like some of my more liberal sensibilities have fallen away since reality hit me. Like, I live alone, I pay my own bills, I run a business, my business pays my bills, I have to work hard to keep the bills paid. For me at least, the handouts have pretty much stopped. There are a couple things I get help with my family now and again, medical insurance, stuff like that. But aside from that and a couple other things, I'm not getting any more help.
I will absolutely be the first to admit my family carries because I am.
And I will point out, not only your family but your friends too.
They absolutely do. And I don't
which is a wonderful support system, but
see, the thing about our support system is it's a consistent thing. We all support each other. I support them, they support me. We're all there for each other.
And the one thing I will say about all that's good, and it's definitely more than it's definitely. And I just got something like that recently with my friend group, and I will acknowledge that it is something that personally I didn't know I needed.
I've had one friend like that my entire life, and that's it. And I've never had a friend group like this before, and I'm still not sure what to do with it.
Honestly, me neither. But the point I'm
be around me, and I don't understand why.
But either way, the point I'm trying to make is the people I'm with. We've all had a taste of what real life is like in terms of an independence, and this is just from an outsider looking in. It at least to me, it seems like your group is still trying to figure all that out.
Some of us. Mikey's got the most had the biggest taste of reality out of all of us.
Right.
Definitely. Mikey's had it the hardest. Charlie and I are both spoiled kids. Charlie's grown up with a silver spoon in his mouth, kind of like I have. I mean, I've lived on both sides of it. I've been lower income for a long time. I was lower income for a long time. We were living in an apartment, barely getting by. That's where my dad was at. But I also had money for a long time, so I've been on both sides of it. But I haven't been in actual poverty, so I can't.
My mother was a teacher.
My mom is a teacher.
Yeah, my mom was a teacher for 20 years before she changed careers, and now she cares for people. She literally just lives for like helping others.
So does mine.
Yeah, but either way, but and my stepdad started as an elementary school gym teacher. You know, my blood father is a high school teacher. My stepmom's a middle school librarian. My grandmother works as a high school nurse. I'm washing the blood, you know. So so it's like I remember bills being tight. You know, I was old enough to not understand what was going on then, but certainly look back in retrospect. And then my sister, by contrast, who's 4 years younger than me, only remembers our family having money, and that's just because I watched my stepfather work take a family in that wasn't his and work his ass off. It's like I get my work ethic from him, and my work ethic still could be better. You know, so it's like I feel like one of the I would love. I don't know how I could do it, but one of the things I would love to see, at least as an outsider looking in with your guys' group, is starting to use the support you guys have to. How old are you?
I'm 21. I just turned 21. Okay. Mikey is 20. He and Charlie will both be 21 in August, and Schubert is 19.
Let's be completely real. 21 is
21 is what? I couldn't hear you.
Sorry, 21 is the new 18.
Yeah.
You know, it's by 18 you should be starting to understand what being an adult is.
See, if I may.
But now that there's just it's changed so much that I think in reality it should be 21. You know, so it's like I'm honestly in this case, and me and most of my friends are exceptions in this case. We kind of were forced to grow the fuck up earlier. And we didn't have we had support systems, but we had the people who supplied those support systems either weren't great, or they said that they made it very clear it was temporary.
I'll be real with you. I will be the first person to, and I just want to speak for a few minutes.
Sorry, I have the same problem. I rant.
No, that's why I'm letting you know. I'm just gonna try and go on a little tangent here.
Be my guest.
I will be the first person to admit that I am spoiled rotten, but it's only because I wasn't for the longest time. My brother was the main focus for a really long time because he's got anger issues. He's got behavioral problems.
Oh, was he older or younger?
He's younger. He's my younger brother. And they put all the focus on him, so I was on my own, and I was spiraling, and my grades were failing, and I'm severely mentally ill. And people forget that a lot. And the reason my mom still takes care of me is because she's worried for my mental health. It's not because she doesn't think I'm capable of it. It's because she's afraid for me. And it
also sounds like she's starting. It also sounds, at least for her,
she's trying to help me work my way into adulthood. And I really appreciate it because I don't know where I'd be without it. It's not that I don't want to, and it's not that I don't. It's that I'm.
Right. It's like there's your dad, your mom, your mom sounds similar to mine. My mom will guide you through each step of going of that, and my stepdad is kind of like, all right, here's the pool, yeet.
That's my dad. That's
yeah. You know, and I personally benefited more from just throw your ass in and figure it out with here's a life preserver and a raft just in case you start drowning.
I don't work that way. It doesn't work for me. I panic and I can't get anything done and I spiral and it only gets worse instead of better. I need guidance and I need time. Not everybody can just jump into things and do it. And see, some people are put in that position and they're forced to, and they don't make it. Because not everybody can. And I'm one of those people that I try. I've tried so hard so many times. I almost didn't survive high school because I got thrown into it and I had nobody there and I had to deal with myself.
Yeah.
I almost didn't make it out of high school.
Neither did I.
I was drowning and I couldn't do it without somebody. If it weren't for my boyfriend, I don't know.
You see, I didn't honestly. I just had to. Well, for me, it was I think just a little bit more difficult for me because it got to the point where my parents just stopped honestly caring because I just talked about it, like how shitty it was so much, and I didn't really have any close friends I could truly rely on. So all I had was just the knowledge that once I graduate, things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. Things are going to get better. And keeping that loop in my head was the only thing that kept me from snapping.
I don't have the mindset that things are going to get better because it doesn't feel like they ever are. Because consistent depression will do that.
Yep, and that's part of the that's part of the reason why I like frame my depression and anxiety as like beasts I have to like back you foul demon, back in your hole.
I have to heavily medicate mine, and even then they're not.
I stopped taking medication.
I can't do that. I stopped taking medication one time and I got so suicidal I almost didn't get back out of it.
Yeah, I had to learn how to. I stopped. Mainly part of the reason I stopped taking medication was because it's so fucking expensive.
I don't have a choice. I would not survive without it. My depression is far too severe to survive without it at this rate.
Yeah, I bet. Really I get it. Yeah, for me it's I had.
There was also a point in high school. I think it was my junior year of high school. My brother was diagnosed with cancer. So, my parents were entirely focused on that, and I don't blame them.
Yeah. Yeah.
They should have been, but I was still suffering with severe depression at that.
How's your brother doing now?
My brother's doing fine. He lost a leg, but his personality is still entirely there.
Hey, honestly, is he a gigantic cock like
yeah,
most,
he is.
Yeah. And I bet he gets away with so much shit talking shit in public because
with murder.
Oh yeah, because he could tell an old lady. So, when are you going to the Soil and Greens factory and get away with it?
He could tell her to go. He told me to kill myself on multiple occasions when I was depressed, and he's.
Well, I mean, like you're not. It's really hard to hit. It has to be something so fucking bad that a person in a wheelchair says to you. He's
on crutches. He's got one leg, and you see it. He's missing it all the way down from the hip.
Oh, that's even worse. He talks. I bet he talks all the shit.
But he's always done that, though. That's
right. But now he's almost immune from getting punched in the face. Almost. Almost.
I'm actually glad you understood my mindset on that because most people immediately go, "Oh, your poor brother," and I absolutely feel for him. It was really terrible and it was horrible, but he was so mean to everybody the entire time. He abused my mother. He abused my grandmother. He treated my mother like trash, even though she cared for him every single day. And
he's a shitty little bastard.
The entire time. I was going through depression that entire time, and I had nobody to talk to and nobody to ask if I was okay because my parents were so focused on him. And they should have been. I get it. It was he's their only son.
He didn't make it easy.
He didn't, but I had nobody. So that was the year I had to force myself to get my shit together, but I almost didn't make it out because it was terrible. It was so bad. If it weren't for my boyfriend, I don't know where I'd be. He was my only system. He was the only person who cared more about me than anybody else.
Right.
Otherwise, right. I don't know what would have happened. So I'm trying so hard to be an adult. I'm making my own appointments now. I'm trying to get my reschedule. I'm trying to send my own prescriptions and stuff now. I'm trying to do everything. I'm trying.
I hope you don't feel like I'm not pushing all this crap on you. I'm just like. For the people.
I have to defend myself, I guess, because everybody always acts like I've got the easiest life in the world, and I guess it looks that way from the outside.
Oh no! Oh my thing! Oh no! It's not like the way me bringing it up and talking about it is not coming from a place of her life must be so fucking easy. It's like, oh fuck, is she like life's gonna hit her like a sack of bricks? Is she gonna be okay? No, I'm talking about independent life.
That's why I'm very glad I'm never going to have to live by myself.
Yeah, you have a guy that's been with you for a hot minute.
He takes good care of me. I don't know what I would. I just want to take a minute to appreciate my boyfriend and call out the fact that he is amazing for everybody to know because he's fantastic.
Even though you had to boot him out of the room so he wouldn't be bothering us.
No, I had to because he likes to talk to me. Because I'm the only person he likes to talk to, really.
Oh.
He just doesn't talk much to other people. He likes other people, but he's not very talkative. But when it's me, he'll sit and we'll have conversations and just talk about anything and everything, and he's understanding and he takes good care of me. He makes
That's
sure
adorable.
I just want to go on a tangent really fast about how wonderful he is because everybody needs to
Can
know.
we before you go on that tangent, mind if we go to run a quick commercial break?
That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you kindly.
I'm gonna go give my.
Thank you for listening to our commercial breaks and filling my bank account. And we're back.
All right.
So do you want to go on a tangent about your boyfriend and how special he is, or do you want to just go back and talk more about some more weeaboo shit?
Can I go on a tangent really fast and then we talk about more shit?
Yes, go ahead.
Awesome. I just like to share with the world how wonderful he is because
Can you keep it? Keep 5 minutes or less.
I can keep it to 5 minutes or less. Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. I just never get to tell anybody how great he is. He has been with me since, well, we've been friends since my freshman year of high school when my depression really. And he was with me through an abusive relationship or two. And he's been really good to me the entire time. He sets out my meds for me every day so that I don't forget to take them. He makes sure I eat. He makes sure I sleep. He comforts me whenever I'm upset, even if it's something stupid, like I don't know why I'm upset, and I just sit there and I'm like, what is wrong with me? He'll listen to it and he won't judge me, and he'll be like, yeah, that's fair. I understand why you're upset about that, even when I don't understand why I'm upset about it.
He just says what you need to hear.
No, but he actually does understand is the thing. Like, he can explain to me why I'm upset about it. He's like, oh yeah, I feel that way. I'm like, wait, really? I'm not crazy? He's a gift to this world. More people need people like him in their lives because he's the most supportive person I've ever met. And it's life-changing to have somebody who can put up with me because I don't even like me very much. And he adores me.
Yeah, it makes me wonder how Brett was able to put up with me for so long.
Yeah, I understand that feeling.
I miss her.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's okay. She wasn't happy, and
I'm sorry to hear that.
It is what it is. You know, it's at the end of the day, at least to me, her happiness is still paramount. And if even I am not making her happy, then I shouldn't be there.
I understand how much it hurts, though.
It is. I'm
sorry.
talking. I just downloaded Tinder, and I'm now talking to people just to get used to talking to women in non-platonic ways again.
I hope that works.
I don't know. I'm talking to a couple people, and it's just going normal.
I'm sorry if I'm making you sad. I didn't mean.
No, believe me. With the amount of crap I see on TV and social media, it is what it is.
We can move on.
Yeah. So, have you ever heard of Gallican babysitters before?
I think so.
It is adorable. I'm going to search it on YouTube and post it in the Discord for you to look at on your phone while we're recording.
I can do that. Sorry if you hear the clacking. That's my fingernails.
Fine.
They're very long and they make a lot of noise. If this gnat does not get out of my face, I swear to God. Ferret.
All right, I'm just looking for a specific.
Now take your time. Sent me a phone request. Name's in Russian.
Let's see.
Oh God, head. My head hurts.
That sucks.
No, I've been getting on and off headaches. Ever since I got that concussion, my headaches have still been going on even after.
Well, I mean, like you're technically supposed to just stay dark. After a concussion, you're supposed to like stay in a dark room and not look at any blue light or any light at all.
Yeah, but it's been like 3 months.
Did you spend the 3 weeks doing that?
I spent a while. I spent a good amount of time. Yeah, Michael was confiscating my cell phone and making me take naps and stay away from bright lights and TV.
All right,
and
go.
stuff.
All right, go watch that. So go watch a little, and we're just gonna get your.
Oh, I've seen this. Oh, I have seen this. I'm gonna watch it again though because I love it.
It's adorable. It's so damn cute.
Wholesome. The little baby walking up the stairs to bring the lunch. It was adorable.
Yeah.
Good boy.
Yeah, it's one of those it's this anime, like the two animes I like that are just slice of life things to make me feel better about my depressing existence is this and How to Keep a Mummy.
Oh, yeah, I've heard that's really good.
It's
If you like wholesome and fun things, Miss Kobayashi's Dragon Maid is great.
that or just watch any scene from Mel. Am I wrong?
No.
So let me think. Let's see. Are you watching it?
Yeah, I just love watching this. It's so great.
It's adorable. It's just cute.
I like watching bad magical girl animes because it's always fun. Did you watch Magical Girl Ore?
No, you got to remember, don't watch a lot of anime.
Okay, so it's basically have you ever seen the thing about the big buff male man magical girls?
I've seen drawings on shit posting sites.
Yeah, Magical Girl Ore is a gift to the world. It's so bad and I love it.
Have you ever seen The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild?
Breath of the Wild's what?
Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild speed run.
No.
Okay, so I'm going to show you something from Terminal Month, and everybody, and for everybody listening, I'm going to try my absolute best to make sure that all of the videos we've talked about today are linked in the episode description. But this is a video by Terminal Montage that is just it's a bit of perfection, and I'm going to and we're going to watch it, and I'm going to watch it, and I'm going to make sure to describe what's going on as we're watching. So I just sent it in the Discord chat, so you can go ahead and start watching it. It's just glorious.
It looks frightening.
Make sure you turn your headphones down a little bit. It is loud. So we start with a fade in. So Zelda is currently in a artsy star, releasing Link from a pool.
I wish there were closed captions.
Excuse
I need a closed captions option, man. I am so deaf.
me, princess. Believe me, you don't really need a lot, like, captions for much.
It just frustrates me when I can't hear what's going on. You know what I mean?
You could deafen me.
I watch all TV with closed captions because I like to eat potato chips while I'm watching TV, and I chew loud.
That's fair.
Also, I have dogs, so there's that.
Puppers?
Puppers. I have a Rottie and a Golden Retriever.
Aww.
They're good girls. Well, one of them's a good girl. The other one's mildly questionable.
Yeah.
But she tries. Yeet. Yeet.
He just launched himself into the sky. God.
The Lord yeeteth and the Lord yonketh away.
Mm-hmm.
The fuck?
Oh god. Alright, so now he's flying and he's killing. It's all over the fucking place! Oh god.
I have no idea what's happening.
It's. So, for everybody who's not kind of getting, because I know we're listening, it's bad, and I know we're just sitting here watching it like a bunch of schmucks. But I'm gonna, like I said, I'm gonna put the links for everything in the description so you can kind of like get where we're coming from.
Rip. What the fuck?
Oh god.
This has got Adventure Time energy.
Yeah, and he also did a video, Pokemon Battle Royale.
Pass.
He
Makes
did
me regret that I've never played The Legend of Zelda.
It's a great game. It is an excellent game. I
just never had it as a kid. Like we never had any of the consoles you actually
well,
play it on.
I wasn't a big one either, and I got the game just because it was the first game I got on the Switch.
My boyfriend loves Legend of Zelda, and I've always kind of want to play Breath of the Wild simply because Gerudo Link exists and I love it. But that's me. We stand Gerudo Link. What the actual fuck? Rip.
Yeah, big rip. Big oof. So, let's see, what was the fucking... God, what was... What is your guilty pleasure anime?
Oh, I don't know if I have a guilty pleasure because I don't feel guilty about anything I do. Well, at least not like.
It's like being a gamer over the age of 22 and liking Fortnite without the marketing purposes.
It's just like I don't even see. There's a point where I don't feel guilty about watching anything anymore because I'm like, fuck it, cringe. I'm past the point of cringe culture and feeling bad. But if I
then let's see how cringe how.
Listen, if
test
I
that
had
theory. What's your top 3 ecchi anime then? Let me test you then.
Listen, okay, if we had what put ecchi and is it porn? Because I mean.
There's a difference between ecchi and porn because
ecchi
can be aired. Ecchi can be
aired on TV technically. See, that's the thing is there's an anime called Kiss X Sis that my boyfriend and I both watched and it was terrible and I should never have watched it.
But watched when I was 13.
It's a bad thing, but it's also kind of great.
It's awful. It's the manga's even worse.
But there's 2 versions of it though. Did you know that?
No.
The anime. There's 2 versions of the anime.
Oh god, I didn't even know that.
There's a TV version, which is longer, and then there's an actual porn version, which is much more upsetting.
You should see the manga.
I've seen the manga. I was like, no, pass. Girls Bravo was a good ecchi anime.
Girls Bravo, what was that?
Horrible, that's what it was.
It sounds so fucking familiar. What?
It was this girl with pink hair and dots on her forehead.
Girls Bravo. What the fuck was that?
It was bad. That's what it was. And technically, Sekirei counts as ecchi.
Sekirei. What the fuck was Sekirei?
Do I need to send you links to this stuff?
No! Fuck no! or let me say it more melodically. Oh hell no!
Sekirei is actually a really good anime. It's very plot oriented. It's just got lots of titties in it. It's just got lots of bare titties and stuff in it.
If I want to see butts and titties, I'm just gonna go to like www.pornhub.com. Thank you very much.
Honestly, listen though, like. Despite the titties and everything, it's actually a really great anime.
Like it's one of my things is I'm at a point in my life when it comes to manga and anime. Like I don't even not only do I not need fan service, I don't even want it, because all the effort you're putting into the fan service is taking away from the plot, the story, and the drawing.
There are animes I disagree with that on. There's like animes like Free Iwatobi Swim Club and Yuri on Ice, because you don't get much actual gay fan service anymore.
Right, because the Japanese culture is notoriously homophobic.
So I will take my gay fan service where I can get it.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so I'm actually gonna.
I will acknowledge. I will acknowledge that. I think Kill la Kill is. I'm conflicted because it's so well written, so well drawn, and so well shot. But it's just like I just can't get. It's so hard for me to get past all the fan servicey bullshit. Even though that's the fucking point.
If you don't mind, I'm going to read you really quick a description of Sekirei, because it's not just.
Oh wait, Sakura, is that the one with the different numbered girls and shit?
Yes.
All right, I barely got through like the first episode, and I was like, pass.
It gets better. It gets better than the first episode.
Sure.
I promise. I got my boyfriend past the first couple episodes, and he loved it.
All right, fair enough.
It has 2 seasons, and they're both really great. And there's this really smart, there's a really smart glasses tech girl who will fuck everyone up, and I love her. She is a gift to the universe.
Interesting.
The whole show itself is fantastic. I mean, it does not get enough recognition. It's actually really great. It's one of my preferred shows. And you asked, by the way, what my guilty pleasure anime is, and I actually can answer that question now.
Sakura.
No, Hitalia.
Oh God. Oh God.
Listen, it's from my weeaboo phase, and
I have
my heart for it. I have a soft spot in my heart.
Fuck. Why? Why? Listen. I know I sound like Papa Smurf right now on this recording, but I have to get this high because I'm that fucking tense.
Listen, it was a point in my life that I'm very emotionally attached to, and it's actually not bad if you like history. If you're a history buff, it's really fun to watch.
Here's something. Here's a complete 110 degrees, a complete 180. Well, if I could fucking learn how to speak English. Guess what? Guess what I call Jason Momoa.
What?
Wet Thor.
Valid.
Or wet Chris Hemsworth.
That's good. What the fuck?
What's wrong?
My boyfriend just bought it. Oh, did I eat the other? I'm a fucking idiot. My boyfriend just brought me a chocolate bar, and I thought it was a new one, so I opened the other side of it, and apparently I'd eaten half of it already.
That's a fat person moment right there.
I didn't realize the other side was open and half eaten, so I wouldn't eat. I'm like, where the fuck is the rest of the chocolate bar?
God.
I was really fucking confused.
Hello?
I'm here.
Oh, sorry. It's just this.
No, but like, I actually really do genuinely enjoy Hitalia. Probably shouldn't, because I do like history and I find it really interesting, and it's a really fun take on history.
Yeah, but the sheer amount of just BL bullshit is just ugh.
It's fun. It's cringy, but it's actually pretty historically accurate.
I'm an ally of the LGBTQ community. There's some shit that's a little harder for me to swallow for people who are actually in it.
Listen, it's fun.
I know. So are drag shows, and so is pride parades. But there gets to be a point where I'm just like, I get it. The hetero in me is just like, I'm an ally, but you're
too straight for this.
a little bit. I've met gay guys that like don't even like that get turned off when they see a vagina, but because you know what I've realized, after being with a couple different with a few partners, human genitalia is gross.
Yes, I could have told you that.
Listen, whether it's a rod or whether it's a hole, Both are genuinely gross, but there is some. This is why I think homosexuality. This is why I don't understand why people can think homosexuality is a choice, because there is something in us that compels us to put our mouth down there for some reason. I don't know what it is that makes me like pussy.
I don't either. They're pretty disgusting.
And
as the owner of one, I can vouch for that.
Oh, man, it's just like, ugh, like
my BL bullshit. But honestly, Italia's not even all about the gay. There is a little bit. Most of it's just Germany and Italy, and the rest is just a bunch of white guys.
Can you? Your mic got caught in your boob again. Can you say that again?
Sorry, that's a problem. But Italia, as much as Italia is BL bullshit sometimes, like Germany and Italy, that's pretty gay.
As one of my buddies would say, that's big gay right there.
Gay. But the rest of it's actually not. A lot of it is, but not all of it. And the content, if you can get past the excessive gay, which I am always down for, so I don't have to. But the content is actually not terrible, and there are parts of it that are actually very fun. It's really fun to enjoy if you like history.
Maybe. I will say that
my guilty pleasure. So.
Honestly, I already showed you my guilty pleasure animes, which is like the really cutesy ones.
I occasionally watch trash anime just because trash.
Do you read webtoons?
Yes. Lore Olympus.
Which ones?
Well, Lore Olympus first of all.
So let me go through I can list the ones
I actually really read off the top of my head, because the other ones I don't have time for, really.
So one of the things I read is Unordinary.
Oh, Unordinary is good, but I kind of lost interest after a while.
It honestly picks up later on, like big time.
I have two I really read right now, though.
Have you read Winter Moon?
I have not.
Yo.
Taste, but
Adventures of God is funny.
Adventures of God is great. I love Adventures of God.
And Blue Chair is good too. Shen is Bay, of course.
Question: do you have the time to hear about our Lord and Savior, Lore Olympus?
I'm concerned.
It's basically a take on the Greek the original Greek stories of Persephone and Hades, but it's so elevated, though. It's such a good version of it. The art is gorgeous. Let me see the description, because I pay to be able to. I pay for the fast passes for it because I love it so much. Witness what the gods do after dark. The friendship and the lies, the gossips and wild parties, and of course forbidden love. Because it turns out the gods aren't so different from us after all, especially when it comes to their problems. Stylish and immersive, this is one of mythology's greatest stories, the taking of Persephone, as it's never been told before. And it's so good. Honest to God, it's one of the best things I've ever read. And I've read a lot. The art is gorgeous and unique, and I love it. We are on, if you're Fast Pass reading, I'm on episode 72.
Honestly, I just save all my Fast Pass coins for Unordinary. It should be getting dark and twisted. It's awesome.
That's why I read this, because the plot is so great. I would recommend at least trying it. Because
if you want something, are you a Pokemon fan at all?
Kind of.
You should check out something called Little Char and the Gang.
Oh no.
It's lovely. And I am about to copy this URL and send it to you. Because
I also read a show called Air's Game.
Air's Game?
Air's Game. HEIR''S.
Isn't that the one with like the biker kid?
No. It's like an old fashioned. It's like basically fantasy. Kings and queens and all of that. The description of it. Why can't I get it to up? Why won't it let me see it? What the fuck?
All right, you need to check this little thing out. It's basically like what would happen if, and it's adorable. You're gonna fall in love with Bulbasaur almost immediately.
So Heir's game is when a new heir of the Duchy of Bella comes of age, there is held the Heir's game, a brutal series of duels to determine the heir's bodyguard. When Theoden, the new heir, meets Ithran, a quiet duelist with a mysterious past, their love will threaten to change everything. And it's some romance, but a lot of it's action, and it's so well drawn and it's well told, and
Interesting.
it's great.
So we are approaching our 9 o'clock deadline. Is there, I think we might have room for one more little itty bitty, tiny bitty little topic. So let me ask you a question that's going to determine I think the biggest question that will determine what our listeners think about you.
Oh joy!
Pineapple on pizza?
Oh,
yes or no?
y'all are gonna call me out. Okay. Oh, I'm about to make you real angry. I love pineapple on pizza.
Sacrilege!
I think it's great, and I will fight for it till the day I die. I ordered Domino's pizza, deep dish, double cheese, extra pineapple.
God.
Great, and I will die on that hill.
See, normally I would. So.
Chosen this hill to die on, and I'm not.
Fine. You don't deserve it, but I'll let you wrap it up. Is there anything you would like to plug?
Not really.
Anything your friends have you might want to plug?
Charlie's trying to get people to buy commissions for 3D printing, but I don't know how he's doing that, so not really.
Dope shit. On that note, ladies and gentlemen, I appreciate your time and I appreciate your patience. Thank you so very much for listening to the High Soapbox. I will make sure to have all of the videos we were playing during that 10-minute stint where we just weren't talking and we're just giggling, laughing at videos in the description, so you can at least know what the fuck we were talking about. Anywho, on that joyous note, Rebecca, thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure.
All right, y'all have a good rest of your day.